together, man. Give me a character, cause yeah, Black Panther, Black Cheetah, anything black.
Well, let me remember you. Let me tell you, remind you, this is gonna it's
Black
gonna be
Lightning,
like
yeah.
straight fresh. This is so fresh, but
Right.
uh, I've even figured out how to make a Superman, and I went ahead and bent a little bit. I'm more flexible. I didn't want to have like too many mythological creatures in it, but it is what
Right.
it is. So
Check it.
we moving forward. But yeah, you're gonna be a participant in it then.
Yes, right. Yeah.
I really just So we going back to chapter 2. I'm pulling the bookmark. Remember, y'all, this gonna be a segment of the show. It may not be all the time, just like I don't always critique the songs all the time. Spidey, hey, Spidey go with the web flow,
Check
Anyway,
that.
so this is fine tuning our senses. Because in the previous chapters, he had certain suggestions of ways we can reorientate our minds to be more open to the nature. And now he'd like to discuss some ways we can sharpen our five senses. There we go. There, we see that.
Yeah.
Everybody want to sharpen their senses. That's why y'all like watching them X-Men movies and all that. Because everybody want to be more than what they really are when it comes to ability, right? Most people do. But this is how you can actually do it in real life. So, seeing more in nature. We all know what it's like to grope through the darkness. We all know what it's like to grope through the darkness. And we talking about what? Light today. So we all know what it's like to grope through the darkness on some unexpected midnight errand.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really? What go on good after midnight?
Right.
Yeah, that's 1983. Clumsily feeling our way about the house. Oh, he's still in the house though.
Yeah. He's still in the house.
He ain't outside. Even the familiar becomes strange.
Yeah.
And uncertain things, and uncertain during these brief trips into the world of sightless. So he's talking about some when you get up and you walking through your own
Your house,
apartment
you
at
can't
night.
see. Yeah, if you ain't got no lights on or something. Yeah.
But you know what? I was talking to I had a le- I was talking to a female that she wasn't the usual. She's an artist anyway,
Right.
but she told me she had already practiced walking around in her apartment with the lights off.
Oh, okay.
She already knew how to walk around her apartment, and she thought I was stupid for not knowing for not doing it. I said it ain't that I ain't done it. I just don't do it on a regular basis.
Basis. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see. Anyway, so once in the light again, we have a new appreciation for
Yeah.
our eyes and for the wonderful variety of form and color they make visible to us.
Yes,
I don't
sir.
think people really think about that, like how precious your abilities are and having sight is. The variety is particularly fascinating in nature. Flowers,
Yeah.
birds, animals, and changing landscapes all have the power to keep us visually occupied for hours or days on end. The question is whether we are able to realize that power with our own perceptions. Too often we are not, but with practice we can be. In most cases, it is just a matter of looking at things in a different way.
Yeah.
Different. All right. So they mentioned light. They said when you get back into the light, these are things you can see. I'm gonna put the bookmark back in there right now.
Yeah.
And earlier I did say Genesis 1:3.
Yeah. You know
God
about the
said,
Bible.
God said, brother, what did he say? God said, let there be.
Right.
And then there was light.
That was light.
These are Oxford Dictionary language. That was my source. All right.
Well, do you think? First of all, I'm gonna
Go
stop you
ahead.
right there. Do you think just because he said "Let there be light," do you think there was life already existing before he said "Let there be light"? Do you think when he commanded that he didn't have followers or he didn't have other people or other gods or other sons before he said "Let there be light"?
I'm gonna answer that question. Can I answer that question?
Go ahead.
I believe that in the beginning there was Allah sitting on his throne over water. And I think that he was the only being ever. and then he told the pen to write, and the pen wrote. I think yes, that's why we call him Lord of the Worlds. I'm answering the question.
Got you.
That's a Christian book,
Got
but from my belief, there was one creator, and there was nothing until he said, "Let there be anything." Right? So no, I don't believe that there was anything else before him. Well, you think okay. Yes, there were other people on this planet before Adam. But
just
before, like, no,
in the universe.
I'm staggered off. Before, like, no, there was nothing already here. When he said, let there be light, that's when it was possible for life to sustain on the planet. Even in the Quran, it says something about a form of dust and then it spread out because of the heat. Nobody denies that that's the actual material action that happened for the cosmic to be created. It's just, do we believe in the hereafter? Or are you believing all the stuff in the in between?
Okay, I got another one for you. Do you think that the planet was one land, one solid mass, until it split up? I mean, you could look at it on the globe and it seemed like everything fits together.
Then it's an argument about is the earth round or flat? So are you saying is the earth or everything was one big dust?
It was one big center mass of
Everything. I think there's a possibility for that.
And then it separated.
In my visual, I can see my. No, that's not what he's talking about though.
When it was one circle, it was one.
He's talking about. No, he's talking about Earth has one. He's talking about. Are you talking about the whole universe?
No, not the universe. You're talking about the United States, South America,
Yeah.
Africa. All of it was one mass.
If that's what you was at Pangea, yeah. But was it all everything? Yes, yes, and yes.
It started from Pangea.
But Pangea was just Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that ain't no big deal. We all know that. At one point in time, Africa and Asia was probably right down the street from each other. Yeah.
It was like that until they separated. Yeah.
Light. All right.
And then the volcanoes made other little islands and shit. So we got that.
Okay. All right. So that's what. Okay. So we back to light. You got. It says this is Oxford Language Dictionary. It say natural light that stimulates sight and makes things visible. All right. It's a noun. There's also things, and I know when I say this, I'm so glad I chose this.
What is?
Because I know it's gonna start something. The reason, okay. Illumination.
Okay.
Shining, brightness. All right, that's the noun. Like I said, natural light that stimulates sight and makes things visible so you can see it. When I said illumination, I thought that was probably gonna start some conspiracy. Okay, cool. An expression in someone's eyes indicating a particular emotion. A shrewd light entered his eyes. Our mood set a fire. It's or to set on fire. Okay. Another verb, provide with sight or lighting.
Okay.
The room was lighted by a number of small lamps. Yeah, I'm reading all this so everybody can get the example.
Okay.
You can make something. You can make something start burning or ignite it. That's like. What else they got on here? Adjective. There's the adjective having a considerate sufficient amount of natural light, not dark. 2, of color related to light emitting. That was other stuff, but that was the adjective. Having considerate amount of natural light, and there was also, what did they say? There's 2 kinds of light: bright or heavy light. It takes a lot of different forms, and there's 2 kinds of light: bright or heavy light. And the reason why I'm talking about light is because we've been talking about sound, and I've been saying we was gonna talk about light. Exactly. So I went ahead and got basically just a definition and explained it. And also in this book, it just so happened they was talking about how much important light is to vision and observation and becoming aware. And if you're gonna be in the Spidey verse, we gotta be aware because there's a lot of stuff going on out there. You gotta be aware of the times.
That's right. J. Ali, he online. He say, the light we see from the stars is actually several years old by the time it makes it to Earth.
That's true. For E equals MC squared, it does take a long time for it to travel. Right. and light is faster than sound.
Right.
I don't think it's like a million. Justin looked it up. Isn't light like a million times faster than sound?
Yeah.
1
1 million.
million
1
times
million.
faster than sound. See, we ain't playing. Where's that?
You learn something. Light travels faster than sound, y'all. Remember that.
Oh, see.
Yes,
I think I
sir.
want to pull the bookmark out one more time, y'all, and go back
Yes,
to
sir.
this. And this said there was two more things that they were saying, right? After it said look at things, and in most cases, it is
Mm-hmm.
just a matter of looking at things in a different way. And now that
Right.
we know light travels that fast,
Right.
and it comes from it's that old light comes here,
Mm-hmm.
we just learn you just learn something.
Right.
And it says, look at the unfamiliar. You can always tell the tourists in town that they walk along the street staring at everything as though they had never seen it before
Before, exactly. You can
because
tell.
they haven't.
They have it. And that's how tours are.
And when they say when you go to places like New York, don't be looking up
Yeah.
because that's when the hustlers know you ain't from over there and they
That's
get on
right.
you.
They get on you. Big
Awareness.
rocks.
Everything is fresh and new, just like a little baby. They you see
Right.
him with a balloon. They having all that fun with balloons,
Mm-hmm.
and it's an adventure for them. And then this newness makes life more exciting, of course, even when you're an adult. Just as tourists get used to a new place, they tend to gawk less and less until finally they seem as complacent as though they had lived in the new place all their lives. The reason for this is habit. Our natural tendency is to look at the same things over and over again. This
Yep.
is one of the ways you, this is one of the ways the mind reassures itself of its surroundings. I didn't know that. I really didn't. Even though it seems so simple. Even more important, we tend to see the same things in the same way each time. Oh man, the key even in life. The key is to force the eyes to look at new things. And the key is to force the eyes to look at new things and to
Right.
see familiar objects as though looking at them for the first time.
Exactly.
So that's leading us to this. Remember, y'all, we fine tuning senses.
Mm-hmm.
Take a different path. When I give classes, he said, you hear that? Take a different path. When I give classes in the Pine Barrens, most of my students habitually follow the two or three most trodden and convenient trails. And remember, in the previous chapter, they said discomfort. If you know, don't stop your journey because you're uncomfortable. Keep going. It's a sacrifice to get the knowledge.
Yeah.
It's a sacrifice. It's good. It's light. All right, and no, we ain't Masons, but this is how they get the knowledge. If we just ain't making you take no oath. No, I'm no disrespect to the G. Let me
No doubt.
stop. So you know,
It's about understanding. So
it's
when you understand something, is what you talk about.
the light, the illumination to what we did not know before, we do know now.
That's right.
When we walk down to the swamp, they follow at each other's heels in a closely packed herd. And I ain't never been to a swamp, and usually come back the same way. On the second day, I asked them, "Why do you always follow the same trails?" They realized that there is no good reason that other than habit and convenience. The same reasons we always follow the beaten path. It is little wonder we so seldom see much wildlife. If the animals are not standing on or near our habitual paths of travel and in our habitual fields of vision and on our near end object our eyes habitually pick out as familiar, we're gonna miss them. We're gonna miss it. If it ain't where you used to, it's just like a kid. You take it away, it's like, oh, it ain't there. We gonna well no, they ain't if you take it away, well,
Yeah.
we ain't paying attention to what's going on every day, period, in your neighborhood. When you step outside and that same Coke 45 can been at that bus stop for the last 2 weeks because ain't nobody picked it up.
And then animals got that sense too. At night they come out to scavenge to find. You never think it was foxes and hawks and all these nature creatures we got in nature that's out here that come out at night just to eat. And they know when to go in. You know what I'm saying? They know when humans gonna come out. So they come out at night scavenge and then they go in because they got that feeling.
I'm starting to feel this. I'm gonna continue this, bro. I'm starting to feel this because they talking about some stuff the black community definitely need to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Exercise 2-1. The same new thing.
Right.
Begin to combat the same old thing syndrome. Combat the same old thing syndrome. Get a new stroke. Think of some visual rut you've gotten into and get out of it by forcing yourself to look at unfamiliar objects or to take a different path. A good place to start is in your own neighborhood.
Right.
When approaching or leaving your home, ask yourself, am I looking at the same old things? Am I seeing this area the same way I've seen it 1,000 times before? Does it look boringly familiar to me? If the answer is yes, then stop. Go out of your way, approach it from a different viewpoint, shift your gaze so that you can focus on something you don't habitually see. Get into the habit of doing this everywhere you go. Man, I like that. Boom. I just see things that I want people to hear. A new viewpoint. Yeah. A new viewpoint. About 90% of the time, we look at the world from the same viewpoint. It is actually quite a rare occasion when we see a familiar object from a new angle. Given this, it's not surprising that the most objects seem dull and boring after a while. Yet almost anything can take on fresh form and perspective from a new vantage point. Man, for example, a beautiful flower seen from the same angle on a forest trail no longer looks unusual after a while. If you get down close to that flower and look at it from an ant's point of view, suddenly it takes on another reality. Uh, if you look at it from directly or above or below, it again changes its aspect. Even though it is obviously the same flower, it's the same flower, to see the world from every new vantage point is one of the most basic lessons in nature observation. Whenever you are out in nature, vary your angle of vision. Don't just walk along with your eyes on the ground ahead. Look up, down, sideways, and back. Look where you're going. Hear that? Look where
Right.
you're going.
Right. I
But
hear you.
also look where you're not going. You heard
Yeah.
that? Look where you're
Uh
going, but
huh.
also look where you're not going.
No
Most
doubt.
important, explore places you would normally not go and look at things in ways you would normally not see them. Man, that's good for a lot of brothers to hear because some are so dedicated to their hood. On the set, I
Exactly.
ain't never leaving the set, but that's
No
telling
doubt.
you to leave. Go someplace and look at things different.
Exactly. That's right. Go somewhere, get out the same boredom.
That's
They sitting
period anybody.
around, man. I mean, you gotta go somewhere else, man. You gotta mature. You never the human mind never stop learning and accessing knowledge, man. And unless you don't want to, it even learn when you ain't trying to learn. So the best thing for it is just to keep on learning and do what you gotta do, man. Cause being stuck in one route in one city all your life and never go nowhere else to see what's else going on in the world, I mean, it's crazy.
So we done pulled out the bookmark. We done gave some shout outs. We done played some Spidey stuff. We done talked about Light Has Promised. The top 10 rapper info. I'm gonna be studying it starting tomorrow for real, for real. So y'all get ready for that countdown. Top 10 rapper
Countdown.
at 2025. All right, so last show, close to the end of the show, we had because I want to leave. I like to leave some space for the conversation because I'm around people that got some more than just opinions. They got something to say. It's opinionated, but anyway. Um, last show we talked about the top 4 things in the world, and when I was searching, when I was doing the research, I saw so much, and stuff like most important things in the world came up, and not just 4. And I was like, wow. So like while y'all here, before I read what they got, I want to know like Ulysses, what would be what's that song? Sexy Sweet with it. Y'all remember that one song that with a cat who what mean the world to you? That's what came to my mind when I was going through this list. It's an old song. It what mean the
Yeah,
world to you? I
right,
think Cam was on it. Anyway,
right.
what mean the world to you?
What mean the world to me?
What mean the world to you? What's the most important things in the world to you? Your top four. Your top four.
Well, first of all, God, you know what I'm saying? Number one, Father God, my mom, she's still alive, so, and then my kids, you know what I'm saying? And, that's just it right there. I only got three. God, my mother, because she's still alive, my family, and my kids, you know.
You yourself, your four.
Yeah,
Yourself.
well, me, myself, I ain't even got to worry about me. I'm going to be good. Only thing I can do is keep the faith. You feel me? Their faith goes a long way and prayer goes a long way, y'all. So, yeah. Them the most, them the
Podcast.
Well, he was asking.
What is the question? What is the question? Oh, the fourth thing. Well, number one for me will be universe, universal law, universal understanding. That's number one. That's number one. Before faith, before understanding. That's number one. Number two would be the most high power. Definitely number two, the most high power, both masculine and feminine. I don't have a sexual understanding on it. It's just an understanding. Like when I think of God, though, I think of a spiritual love. Like, let's say I seen a dog help a kid. Dog don't know nothing about the kid. Kid was getting attacked by a random dog. You feel me? But another dog came and saved the kid. That he don't speak dog. He don't go to the dog church. The dog don't go in his church. It was just a universal understanding of love, understanding of protection by nature. You know, that's number two because that is within the universe. That's why I say universe is number one, but that essence is number two. Number two. Number three for me will be family. That'll be mother, father, sister, brother, uncle. Because, everybody not raised the same. Some people grow up with uncles, some people grow up with granny, to a family household, LGBT house. It's just family, period. That'll be my number three. And then number four would be myself. Because you have to do self awareness. Like, number four. Who? Do I? That's hecka funny. I could be the next Oprah. You heard me? What's your fault, Spidey? I know number one is web slinging. No, I'm just kidding.
What are your for, Spidey? Come on, man, because it's taking you too long. We want to know. We like really want to know. Come on. Oh, okay, okay. Come on now. Let's go. Let's go. We talk about Lord of the Rings, boy. Okay. All right. Yeah, all right. All right. Shout out. Shout out, baby. Great possible win right there. You can't lose with that combination. Can't lose. Okay. Uh-huh. Yeah, okay. We understand that. Yeah, okay. Mhm. Woo. but he's, hey, but he said it wasn't no special order. So you did what I'm saying. Now, if we was going by a special order, boy, come on now, this shit'd be real fucked up. Yes, yes, yeah. Okay. Come on. Yes, go. Man, come on, man. It's not because if we get hit with an EMP, that's gonna be the first thing gone. EMP.
Mhm.
Check.
Man, iPhone 17. We in
I
seven.
don't deal
Hold on,
with it.
look. We in 17 now. You
Yes,
feel
we
me?
are. Yes,
We in
we are.
17 now.
Yes, we are.
I'm still stuck on where I'm stuck at. Then I dare not say the number I invested in last.
Hey, but you know what's up with them though. If you got one of those phones, you can only hold so much before you have to get a new one. You know that, right? So
But Apple
every
is
year
a big ass fucking
you have to,
scheme. Like my brother
you
said,
have
you
to.
got to buy all the pieces and all of that stuff.
Yes, you got to do everything, and
What the
plus
review
it's
say? What the
exactly.
review say? On whose algorithm? Is this Google's algorithm? Google only care about
I don't
non-important
do it.
things.
They Google and them they together. You better understand that they get money with each other.
Heck yeah, they getting money.
So that's crazy. All right. Mm-hmm.
mm,
Wow. Uh huh.
mm,
Yep.
mm.
Odds going down.
So wait a minute. In Pakistan, don't they do they believe in Allah out there? Is that what they
Yeah.
the people who are doing the bombing, ain't they some in the faith of Allah? Who bombed? That's what, because it's hard to say a bomber, but y'all not giving what it is. Was it the U.S. that bombed something? Was it rogue agents? Was it a religious cult? Was it an oil leader? Like, who bombing their ass? That's the question. Right. I feel, was it an oil? You said it was an oil company. What that they bomb outside in Pakistan? Was it the oil plant? I feel like if it was an oil plant, it's starting to get
Oh
a
yeah, yeah,
military headquarters.
yeah, yeah. It was a Weber's cash. Yeah, yeah. Ain't no
Dang.
telling, man. It's war. Exactly. See what
Oh
I'm saying?
no.
Now up in Britain, you got so many different nationalities in Britain. If you piss one of them off, bro, I'm talking about it ain't no telling. You know who gonna blow something up in their
And
motherfucker,
rules
man.
over there is hella fucking
Man,
like
it's
this
strict.
the scary thing. Imagine you a
It's
senator, right?
strict.
And you go over there to the
It's
embassy. I mean,
strict.
what is it? The embassy? Ain't that what they call U.S. embassies, right? Because you know the U.S. got an embassy somewhere, damn
Everywhere.
near every
Yeah,
fucking where.
yeah.
But it's considered United States land, even though it may be in France, it may be in China. It's still considered United States land. So if
Right.
you a person go over there and they got a rule like you can't spit on the ground, and then you spit on the ground, now you in jail. Now they trying to contact America and they trying to just blow you the fuck up because all they know is you an American senator or a spy or what is a journalist? Because them
Man,
the one niggas getting blown up too. The journalists,
man, look.
like,
Yeah, in
dude.
Mexico, yes.
And
Ooh.
not just Mexico, Pakistan, Iran, China, wherever. They
I
getting
mean,
blown up. Shout out.
okay.
Called Predator. And
Yeah.
it's like an alien species that
Right.
goes and they hunt. Well, I listened to the audio book, and what I found out is that that's actually a deep plot.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty deep. And in the first one, there was also it correlates to this album that Ice Cube had, Predator.
Right.
Because if you remember in the first Predator movie, there's a character played by Carl Weatherston. He's also Apollo Creed. He's
Right.
Al
Mhm.
Dillon.
Right.
Mhm.
Al Dillon, the movie Predator came out before Boys in the Hood.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
But that character, Al Dillon, is actually from South Central LA.
Okay.
And they make it in the dialogue in the story. The narrator is even saying that he describes how he grew up in the mean streets of South Central LA and he ends
Okay.
up fighting special forces.
All
Mhm.
right.
So in
Yeah.
this movie, way before Boys in the Hood, these two white dudes who wrote this movie, I don't know where they from, but
Mhm.
they wrote this movie, and I think they white, but they wrote this movie and they were already describing how dangerous South Central LA was
Right.
Mhm.
and how this man made it out. And what was also ironic to me in the dialogue, if you've seen the movie, he's a bureaucrat stuck in the jungle with like a team of
Yeah.
commandos that
Yeah.
are
Right.
some of them are Irish, some of them are Latino, but they distinctively single him out because he has a desk job now. They used to be part of the covert operations, just going around shooting people,
Right.
but he
Right.
decided to leave that and go with the suits in the White House. Meaning he ain't in the Meaning he ain't in the jungle no more shooting people.
Right.
He wearing a suit in comfort.
Right. That,
All
Right.
yep,
right.
that's the movie.
So
Right.
there's a part in the dialogue in the audio book in the first one where they say this black man was the which they always note that he's the black man in it,
Right.
even though Bill Duke is one of the. He's like not looking at him as one of them because they're part of that brotherhood. But they distinctively say this is my point. They distinctively say that he was the whitest man in the room because he had a desk job.
Right.
And that's in this movie's dialogue. I'm like, damn, the way they trying to depict this man and how they depicted this man was just,
Yeah.
it enlightened me.
He wasn't
Mm.
about no real action. He was just a desk job looking dude, but he said
Mhm.
they set him out there because they kept having people. He had
Disappear.
to find people to go out there. And when them
You
people
remember that
start
plot?
coming up missing, you did what I'm saying? You did what I'm saying? That's why old boy said, man, you just gonna drop us in the grinder. You did what I'm saying? He was looking out for, he had to cover his ass from the first people come up missing. You feel me? Yeah. So
And they had no idea that. Then I listened to part 2, which was really good with Danny Glover, the one I seen the movie, but listening to the book was just as good. Then Alien versus Predator, which was just as good.
all that, bro.
And at the end, apparently, which really got me is that the predators that was in this one were teenagers. That was they right. They wasn't even. They was babies going and proving themselves. And at the end, when he told her, "The enemy of my enemy is my friend," that kind of like I like the communication. You know, I respected that. But I'm trying to say, read, get out there and check out Patrick Predator. Listen to that man and read. Was the illustration of them being in the jungle and how they put it was just such a good story to me, and I wasn't even expecting it. You know why? Even though I don't like reading science fiction, your boy practiced what he preached, and I looked at something from a different angle. I changed my perception. I got out the same old thing syndrome. Isn't that what they call it? The same old syndrome. Quit doing the same thing all the time. Raise that awareness.
The same old syndrome.
Same old syndrome. So,
no doubt.
That's called lack of ambition.
oh,
It's called lack of ambition.
I got y'all some beats, by the way.
Depression too. Let's be honest too.
I do got y'all some beats though. I do when I be searching for beats that I write to. I did find y'all some beats. Tune in tonight for the last episode of the Storytelling Podcast, Monster Squad. It's a special episode. It's gonna be at 10:30. And yo, Mr. Kane been wanting me to talk about the solar system, and he been wanting to talk about flying objects. I don't call them UFOs. I'm gonna tell you what. Next month, you ain't gonna be ready.
Ain't gonna be ready.
Oh, I got the. Oh, we got the. You want to talk? Y'all want to talk solar systems and existences? We might as well call. I don't know the name of it, but I'm thinking the world.
We gonna have to go on YouTube and see some of these sightings, man. It's been so many sightings lately of people been seeing these daggone things, and they've been recording, man. Yeah. Man, I'm talking about just flying down the streets and people recording, man. So it's gonna have to. We gonna make it interesting.
Not only are we gonna have our top 10 best rappers of 2025, but here at Overtime Studios, I've been having this. Y'all know I'm a writer. I read classic novels and I like to write. And I'm thinking, this. We gonna do something y'all ain't even. My family in the studio. We gonna the lore of the spider, coming 2026. The lore of the spider, and it'll be what goes on in this studio in October is gonna start the legacy of the lore of the spider, and that's it. Y'all ain't ready. It's so next Tuesday, we talking about what you want to talk about, bro. I got something. We got this.
We got this, huh?
Appreciate you for listening. Y'all give y'all shout outs. Tell them where they can find you.
No doubt. This Cap Bay on Instagram. Euless Kane on Facebook. Y'all already know, man. Find me stronger than ever. Peace.
And it's the Goddess. You can find me on It's the Goddess on Facebook. It's the Goddess on Instagram. And check out Fairy Tales Lingerie, ladies. We got the lingerie for your fairy tales today.
Yes.
That's what's up. Let me give y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, like I said, it'll next Tuesday it'll be October. So you know I'm from the Show Me State. In this case, I'm from the Show Me State.
Yeah.
That's it. All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be here next week at 6 o'clock Tuesday. Dreadlock Spidey Podcast.